Hello and welcome back to Hof Bergmann. So the first thing we need to do today is to check on the animals. I imagine that the rabbits will want some more lettuce. Aha. I think I just opened the door to the chicken hutch. Anyway, yep, we'll get the rabbits some more lettuce. It says they still have 65 litres of food. But yeah, could do with some more, definitely. Wonder when we're going to get some carrots. That would be useful. Ooh. Right. Rabbits are nice and easy. Just got to give them whatever comes out of this garden, really. Which is fantastic. Might as well give them everything. Oop, dropped it. There we go. So they're now up to 161 litres of food out of 700. Now I imagine that there'll be more before the end of the day. Right, as for the ducks, they're okay for food. They're okay for water. Sheep could do with some more straw. No manure heap nearby. That's not true, is it? There's one here. If that's a real manure heap, it's probably not. Yes. Right, they've got plenty of food. But if there's no manure heap nearby, there's no point in filling up the straw. So, let's have a check on our fields. Right, that's going to need weeding. That's a pain. Have we got anything in... Nope, we got nothing in the sale that we want. So, let's have a look at weeders. I really think the hoe would be better, which is this Rotocare one. That is also a hoe. Not sure why that's so expensive. Because this one's wider, cheaper, faster. That doesn't make any sense. What have I got here then? So they're all weeders, but I think we're going to need the hoe to get out the medium ones. So let's have a quick look at that. We will purchase it. £36,000, which has left us down to £31,000 in total. Not ideal. Especially as we've got more stuff we need to buy. Right, this was left here because it needed to remind me to do the spreading of manure. So we shall do that now. Yeah, so we can spread the manure, then we'll go pick up our hoe and we'll get it weeded as well. We're obviously going to need to refill the manure spreader. We've got a bit down in by the cows, but not an awful lot. But yeah, this is going to give it its first application of fertilizer. I haven't yet added precision farming to this. Now, I know it's come out and I know it's exciting, but apparently there's so many bugs that I'm going to wait until it's patched before I add it to any of my series. Yeah, I would really love it to be as good as it was on FS25. It's got additional features and things as well, like tram lines and stuff, but I've heard that there's There's too many bugs at the minute to warrant getting it and adding it to any of my series. I will be adding it to this series at least, and we will be adding it to the co-op series, but only when some of the bugs have been fixed. Not yet. Right then, I'll get on and we'll get this spread, and then I'll see you again when it's time to do the hoeing. Well, that should be most of it covered, and we've got 142 litres still in to cover anything that hasn't been. So, tiny little bits, but essentially that's most of it covered. We could do a second load onto the grass field, but I think we'll leave that for today, because we need to get on with the hoeing. Because we want to take care of the weeds, and everything else will take care of itself. Hopefully. We could do with some more fuel as well. Right, let's drop that off there. We'll need to go and get the front weight, because that hoe is particularly heavy. And then we'll obviously need to pop over to... I've lost my bearings. Oh yes, here I am. Yeah, we'll need to get the front weight, which I believe is still in here. Yes, it is. The other one I think is on another tractor. Yep, it's on the back of the Deutschfahr. So that one is what we need. Wouldn't hurt to give us some more, get us some more fuel. Actually, I don't think we've got any in the tank over here, unfortunately. Let's see. Yes, it's going to be quite expensive. Let's go for 500 litres to start with. £825. Crikey. And we shall just fill this up. I've no idea how much it takes. Probably quite a bit, actually. Yes. 322 litres. Which means we probably almost already used half of what we've just bought. Oh, the other thing I want to check is we need to progress this a bit further in here. We need some wood beams. I also wanted to know where the wool and the milk spawns. Is it in the shed? I don't think we've got enough to actually worry about that at the minute. No, it doesn't say. Pigs go in there. Oh, maybe it's over here. Yes, here we are, look. We have some wool, we have some milk. And it's all pickable up by hand. Probably ought to move the milk to the... Oh dear, I've thrown it. To the cold storage. Oh no. Yes, probably ought to move the milk to cold storage. Which I think is round here somewhere. Nope, I've lost it. Oh, phew. Where's my cold storage? Ah, was it down here? Yes, it was. It was down here on the edge of the cow barn, wasn't it? Speaking of the cow barn, I would love to get some cows soon. I just don't think we can afford it. Right, here we are. Not sure picking this up just yet was the right thing to do, because it's only 37 litres. Ah, yes, of course. Well that's maybe cow's milk. Do I tip it in over here? Ah. Open butter drum. No? Do I have to take the lid off it first? Nope. I really don't know what I'm doing here. So that's cow's milk only. Butter production, cheese production would be goat's milk or cow's milk. So, but does it go in here? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh dear. Right. Let's have a look. Excuse me. Apparently I'm allergic to mozzarella. Oh dear. Right, well that's not right. Could this be it? Maybe goat's milk only goes into cheese. Ah, yes. Now how do I switch it on? Over here? Nope. Ah, manage production point. Goat's cheese, activate. Excellent. Come on. Close the door. There we go. Right, well, that was a tiny little bit of goat's milk into the goat's cheese production. So, hopefully we can start connecting that very soon. As for what we were doing before, we need to go and get the hoe. That's kind of important. I think I left the tractor running over here using all its fuel that we've just put into it. But yeah, let's go pick up the hoe. We need to start selling things soon, because if we don't, we're going to end up broke, and broke farmers are no good. Can't do anything if we're broke. So yeah, I am fully aware that we need to start selling things soon. We may even be able to do some contracts, possibly. Ooh, that's mystical. Yep, if we do some contracts or something like that, that might work. I also want to go on a little explore of the map, but I don't think that's going to get us any money. We need to focus on getting all the jobs done first. Maybe a case of having a look around once we've done the hoeing. Up we come. Good. That front weight seems to be enough. I was worried it would be too light, but no, it seems to be enough. So then, let's get down to business. I also want to get the butchery working for us as well. So yeah, we will need to buy some more stuff to finish the job. I am a little bit worried that we're going to be spending all our money building a butchery and we've got no animals to butcher. So I'm not in a super rush to do it. Alright, let's get the steering assist lines on. Perfect. And we are weeding. Look at that. How satisfying is that, watching it all just disappear. And at 15 miles an hour as well. That is incredible. This is going to take no time at all. And there we go, beautifully clean field, or clean looking field I should say. We just need another application of fertilizer. Yield bonus 57%. It needs lime, but obviously we can't do that at the minute. We haven't got a lime spreader or the ability to afford one. And I think land is going to be the most important purchase at the minute. We need to get another field. And to do that, we're going to need to sell some things. Right, let's put the hoe away in here because we won't need it again in quite a while. Will it fit? Ooh. Will if I lower it. There we go. Good. So that's that done. I suppose really should go and get some wood beams. And to do that, I'm going to need the Doisvar. So we'll just bring them back on that how's this doing for water? Ah, still plenty of water. Oh no, I left the gate open here. Chicken and duck might escape. They're doing fine for water as well. They're also doing really well for food. There's a bit of manure in here. Ah! A box of eggs. Amazing. That's cracking news. Sorry, that was terrible. Right. Into the Deutschfahrt. Let's have a look at how much a pallet of wood beams would be. Ah, I can't buy them here, can I? Right. Where can I buy wood beams? At the sawmill, maybe? Hello, Noah. No, I don't want to buy the sawmill. I want to buy a pallet of wood beams, Noah. Any ideas? Is this another buy the sawmill? Nope, that's doing nothing at all until you own the sawmill. Ah, well, it's going to be a warehouse or something that I buy the beams from, isn't it? So not here. Let's have a look. Livestock trade. Construction and garden centre. That'll be it. Yes, here it is. Right. Oh, look. It's like a slightly older version of me. Maybe slightly older. Right. Wood beams. Oh, 12,580. That's a lot. Right, let's go pick them up. I hope this is worth it. If that butcher doesn't make us some serious money at some point, I'll be very upset. Might stomp a few times as well. Maybe throw a little tantrum. Yes. I think that would be the thing to do. Right, we have the beams. Let's see if we can get them in here. There. Right, now what? Ah, it's going to work through the wood beams first. Oh no, it's going to do that thing where it gets down to one wood beam required. That's not fair. Right, well, it's going to work through that anyway. I suppose we should have a look and see what contracts are available, if any. That's the wrong button. There we go. Cultivating contracts. Actually, that's not a bad shout. Although that, yeah, it's quite a large field for a cultivating contract. Maybe something like 31. There's a deadwood contract. That's nice and easy. Lots of harvesting contracts, but nothing with a conventional harvester. Ploughing, I don't think I've got a plough. Spraying, I haven't got a sprayer. I think it's going to have to be a cultivating contract, and field 31 looks like the most attractive, because field 37 is absolutely massive. So, we will accept this contract. We will use our tractor here. And we'll go and recoup some of the money we've just spent. Obviously only about a third of the money. But at least it's something. It's definitely better than nothing. Right, now this cultivator doesn't fold up, does it? No. Okay, we just have to drive down the road with it as it is. Not that far to go anyway. To take out my gate. I've only just moved in. That would be an expense I didn't need. Right, so the field in question is over behind those trees over there. I think, yeah, just the other side of the church. There is a track we should be able to use to get there. Yes, down here between these houses. Look at that. And we get to do a little bit of exploring at the same time. Be nice to have a look around the church at some point. I remember on FS25 there was a vicar that used to sell wine and bread to. I assume that was for the service. But yes, here is the field. Oh look, a garden plot. Nice. Here is the field that we need to cultivate. So, let's put on steering assist. We'll take it down to 2 headlands only. And we shall get this done as best as we can, really. I mean, with a speed of 9 miles per hour and a working width of about 4 meters, it's going to take a little while, but that's okay. They're going to pay us £4,000 for it, which hopefully will cover the fuel that we use to do it. Right, well, I'm going to crack on and get this done, and I will see you in a bit. Up to the last 2% now. Last 1% now. And yeah, that was quite a large job. There we go. I have got the mod on that allows me to finish the contract work, just for a little bit of realism. which I would like to do. Just to go off the top here, and then I'm not going to bother going down to get that little bit. We'll just accept the money, complete the contract, and collect. Yes. And that's a little bit of money back into the bank account, just to make ends meet. Right. Collect £4,566. And that's taken us back up to 22,742. Which, yeah, it's not a lot. But hopefully next time we'll be able to start bringing in money by selling some of our own produce. I know that there was wool being created, there was eggs being laid. I have no doubt that we will not have enough in the way of cheese to sell any cheese or anything. But yeah, we are going to have to get the money for the field. And it was just over 100,000, I think, for field number 6. So not ideal. Let's check on the... get that in there without hitting the door. Let's check on the status of the butchery as well. There we go. That could stay there for a little bit. Right. How's it going? Yeah. Still working through the wood beams, so it won't be done till next time. And even then, we'll need to buy some more wood beams. Well, I don't think that's very fair, though. I might just generate a pallet of wood beams to put in, just to finish the job, and then we'll get rid of that pallet afterwards. It's only 1 litre or 2. Yes. Right then, well, we'll see how it gets on. But that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.